So, good morning. So yesterday, welcome back everyone. I hope you're having a great morning. Caleb and I have some work to do here. We're going to talk about yesterday. So yesterday, we ordered a axle shaft for a 2022 on one day?
I don't know. It's a newer Chevy Trax.
Newer Chevy Trax from the dealer, no doubt. And what happened?
Wrong axle. They gave us the axle for a front of Silverado.
How about that?
Because the parts guy typed in the wrong VIN. So our assumption is Rachel gave him one VIN, he wrote it down directly next to another VIN, and then used that other VIN to
because they asked you,
out.
I need the last 8 of the VIN.
Yep.
Every time, so they can do their job correctly. So that would be our Chevy parts guy up the street who screwed us yesterday. What else? We thought we were going to get through today.
It wasn't until what, 4 o'clock?
Until 4 o'clock.
4:15 that we started getting wrong parts. It was the Chevy Trax, and then it was this with, well, we didn't realize it yet.
Right.
But we have wrong rear rotors for the 2-bay.
Yeah.
I think that's it for wrong parts, but we did have some headaches.
So, as a shop manager or a shop foreman or the owner, what do you do? Right? So look at this thing. Last night you had to at least put it back together enough for us to put it down.
Yeah.
Because we did the front brakes and balance the tires. And then this morning I pulled this apart and I'm like, okay, wrong parts. So what does wrong parts mean to a shop that's productive? I mean, there's shops out there are counterproductive. They don't care when the car gets done. They don't care if the car ever gets done. That's why there are lots overflowing with the same cars for months.
Is that a Jeep Compass outside they got dropped off?
Jeep Compass.
Okay, so I know the guy that just dropped that off. He had it at another shop. He dropped it off Thursday, and he didn't get a call back until yesterday around noon.
Last Thursday?
Yeah, he dropped it off last Thursday. Got a call yesterday around noon saying that it needs around $3,000 worth of work. Oh. Struts, links, a couple other things. I don't really remember everything. Plugs, coils. But it took them he said he dropped it off Thursday at 9 a.m. and then he'd give him a call until Monday.
How long does it really take to look over a car without tearing anything apart?
A minute, maybe 2 minutes, and that's
road
walking out to the car, road testing it real quick, pulling it in the shop. I mean, maybe 10 minutes.
And then
total.
parts look up is another 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah,
so.
but that's not what we're doing. That's front counter work. But he's out in Medford, so he drove a half hour, brought it to us. I told him if he dropped it off yesterday or this morning, it'll be done by Friday.
I'm going to look at it shortly.
Yep.
But what do you do when you have a small shop? Either you wave the surrender flag, right, and you say, I'm just going to leave the car sit there, and then when a job comes in, be it, I don't think anyone's fixing anyone's car for $1 today or $2. So we'll say a $50 job or a $5,000 job or anything in between. So look, this wrong parts from, who was it? No. So this was a used car dealer who supplied their own parts.
Oh, okay.
It's AutoZone or Advanced, one of those guys. Sent me the wrong rear rotors. So now this is tying up the bay, right? So if this car was already out, I could already have another bay open to bring in your buddy's car, whoever this guy is, and give him the service that he deserves. Unlike the other shop who really didn't care how long this car sat there. And there's a lot of shops out there like that. We're not like that. So then this is costing me money. So my choice now is to, one, put it back together, all the way back together, or somewhat back together, gather up all that crap, put it in a pile, and back it out until I get the right parts, and hope that I get the right parts. Then bring it back in and do the job 3 times when I should have just did it once. Or let it sit there for 3 hours, right? Tying up the bay, losing money. And same thing for the car on one bay. So I got 2 bays. 50% of my shop is incapacitated right now.
Well, and then we're waiting on a...
But that's unforeseen problem.
Yeah, that's unforeseen problem.
But I accept that.
Yeah, okay.
Different story. This shit here is 50% killing the shop's production. And I'd have to say, if we were slammed, I would have to button this shit up, back it out, bring in the next work. But then I'm paying you 3 times to do the job. I only got paid once for it because of the parts people who suck today. That's 50% of my bay. My shop is incapacitated right now because of crappy parts stores, including the dealership.
Yep.
So if we don't get slammed, Caleb and I are we're gonna work out of one bay right now.
Yep.
So we're gonna process cars in one bay right now. So this is gonna be here because it's in progress for multiple repairs. in progress, missing parts, wrong parts, out of my control. But it just sucks. Like, you want to be productive, you want to be efficient, and then you can't stock everything in the world. I mean, there's nowhere to put really any inventory in this shop.
Yeah. I mean, we have...
Here comes the beautiful Rachel.
We have as much exhaust inventory as possible, and even then, with that between all the other machines, like Fender, AC diagnostic.
You know, I tell people that I have the beautiful Sierra, and I don't leave you out of that.
Great.
All right, see you later.